Hello everyone, welcome to Phaipedia. My name is Deepak and I am a research scholar at Indian Institute of Management. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about the PhD admission or MTech admission at Indian Institute of Technology, Mandi, which is the School of Civil and Environmental Engineering. So before discussing this, if you are new to our YouTube channel Phaipedia, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel Phaipedia for such PhD admission related videos and conferences, international, national both, faculty development programs, and guidance related to the research work, and many more. So you can watch these videos on our YouTube channel Phaipedia. Also, you can write down your queries in the comment box or write us on our email ID phaipedia@gmail.com. So let's start the discussion. So this is the call for admission. Here you can see that the call for admission to the PhD, MTech plus PhD or MTech, which is a research program in summer in the School of Civil and Environmental Engineering at IIT Mandi. The date is 24th April 2026. Okay, we will discuss the important dates later on. First discuss what is the admission procedure or what is the admission criteria required for the PhD admission at IIT Mandi. So there are three programs offered by IIT Mandi. First one is regular full-time PhD with fellowship. Second one is part-time or self-sponsored PhD without fellowship. And third one is regular full-time PhD fellowship from the sponsored project. So here we will discuss three courses here. First one we are discussing the PhD. Then second we will discuss MTech plus PhD dual degree program. And third one is MTech. So first we are discussing PhD admission. So in PhD there are three categories which I have told you. So the available specialization for the full-time and part-time PhD admission are basically first one is geotechnical engineering and you have to select the geotechnical engineering under the specialization while filling up the form. The qualifying degrees required for this specialization course is or are BTech or BE in civil construction, mechanical engineering, environmental, agriculture, mining, engineering, and related areas. And or you should have so this should be required, or you should have MTech, ME, MS in geotechnical, structural, earthquake engineering, environmental engineering, transportation engineering, solid or thermofluid mechanical engineering, granular mechanism, applied mechanism, or related areas. So these are the qualifying degree required for applying to these geotechnical engineering specialization. In similar way, you can see here the second specialization is structural and earthquake engineering. So here you should have BTech or BE in civil engineering, construction, mechanical, applied mechanics or related areas, or MTech in structural or earthquake engineering, applied mechanics, structural dynamics, solid mechanics or related areas. Third one we have water resources engineering. So you should have BTech in civil, agriculture or environmental engineering or related areas, or MTech in water resources, hydrology, hydraulics, hydrogeology, river engineering, irrigation, hydroinformatics, earth science, geomatics, remote sensing, and GIS or related areas. Keep in mind you have to write down your this specialization under the specialization criteria while filling up the form. Like if you are applying for the environmental engineering, you have to mention their environmental engineering. And for environmental engineering, the degree you have to required are BTech in civil in environmental engineering or MTech, MSc in environmental engineering, biotechnical, earth science, environmental science, atmospheric science or related areas. In such a way, for the applied mechanics, you should have BTech or BE in civil engineering, construction, mechanical, computational mechanics, mechanics, material, polymer or textile, and aerospace engineering or related area of mechanics. Or you should have MTech in mechanical engineering, thermofluids, manufacturing, aerospace structure, textile structure, geotechnical, polymer engineering or related area of mechanism. Okay, so these are the specialization area in for the full-time or part-time PhD program admission. So regular full-time PhD or fellowship from the sponsored project. So we are talking about the sponsored project when you get fellowship from the sponsored project. So first one is the specialization for the sponsored project. Uh, the specialization is structural or earthquake engineering. Okay, so we have talked about the this one. We have talked about this one, regular or part time. Now we are talking about the regular full time PhD with sponsored project. Okay, so here you should have the specialization in this, like you can apply for the specialization of structural or earthquake engineering, or the qualification degree required are these are the qualifying degrees like BE, BTech in civil engineering, construction, mechanical, applied mechanics or related areas, or MTech in structural earthquake engineering, applied mechanics, structural dynamics, and solid mechanism or related areas. The project titles and funding sources, the fellowship you will get from these. So that are multivariate fragility and AI-enabled seismic risk tool capturing construction practices in Himachal Pradesh. Okay, the principal investigator Dhananjay J and the instruction are these. Please select the specialization preference for STEM, structural or earthquake engineering as first preference. And also the mode of application is regular, but the category is of project. Like you will get a stipend from these funding source. Second one is structural or earthquake engineering. You can pause the video or read all these things. I will not go in detail because the video length will like long length video will make. So that's why I am not going in detail about this. So this is also the same, but specialization is structural or earthquake engineering, and project title and fundings are different. Now the third one is structural or earthquake engineering, but the project title or fundings are different. Here you can also read this while pausing the video. Okay. Now let's talk about the minimum eligibility criteria for applying to the admission process of the PhD admission. So qualifying degree as mentioned above earlier also. So master's or equivalent degree in engineering or technology or science, and or bachelor degree in engineering, technology or equivalent. But keep in mind that for qualifying degree listed in under two, like in these, candidates must also fulfill one of the following additional requirement. What are the requirement? So with a bachelor degree of engineering or technology or equivalent, you should have qualified GATE or NET or any other equivalent national level examination, or you should have selected through a national level examination conducted by MOE or its agencies or institutions such as UGC, IITS, IISC, IISER, and triple ITS, etc. Also, if these two things you don't have, then you should have minimum of 2 years of relevant professional experience acquired after obtaining the qualifying degree or completed before the starting of the semesters in which admission is sought. Okay, and then exemption from mandatory requirements of valid GATE or national level examination is applicable. Like these certificates you not required. Okay, not required only when you are BE, BTech, BS or equivalent degree from the CFTL, like centrally funded technical institute, or any of the top 100 institute according to the NIRF ranking overall category, or at the time of application, or any Himachal Pradesh government institutes or universities with CGPA, CPI at least on the scale of these. Like you are for unreserved category 7.5 CGPA, for OBC non-creamy layer 7 CGPA, or STSC or PWD 6.5 CGPA. So there are three categories. First one is you should have BE or BTech from CFTI institutes, or you should have your institute in which you have done your graduation should have the NIRF ranking under 100, or at least this much of CGPA if you are passed out from the Himachal Pradesh government institutes. Okay, or second one is BS, MS, MSc, MA, MBA equivalent from the these institute IITs, IISER, IIS, IIM, or any other top 100 institute of the NIRF ranking, or with a at the time of application with a CGPA or CPI of this 7.5, 7 and 6.5 respectively. Financial support. So students joining to the regular full-time PhD program may be considered as a HTRA fellowship, subjected to availability of the funds and based on the institute norms if recommended by the selection committee. Okay, so financial support will be given to them. Now, second one we were talking. So first one full-time PhD program we have discussed. Now the second one is about the MTech plus PhD dual degree program. So in this there are two categories: regular full-time MTech research or PhD dual degree with fellowship. And second one is the regular full-time MTech research plus PhD dual degree fellowship from the sponsored project. So when we talk about the first one, so there are total four specializations geotechnical engineering, structural earthquake engineering, water resource engineering, and applied mechanics. So these are the qualifying degree required for applying to this category. Okay, so you can pause the video and read this. I will not go in detail. And then second one is regular full-time MTech plus PhD degree with the fellowship from the sponsored project. First one specialization is structural or earthquake engineering. So these are the things. Okay, so only one project is there. So if you want to apply in this, so only one project is there, is at physics informed neural network based component wise. So this will be the project, and the minimum eligibility criteria for appearing in admission process for MTech plus PhD degree like dual degree program. So you should have bachelor degree in engineering or technology or equivalent as we have discussed here. Okay, in this table, or the candidates must also fulfill the following additional requirement like qualified GATE or NET or any other equivalent national level examination. Okay, exemption. This scorecard is not required for the candidates as we have discussed earlier for the PhD program. The same. So like the CT, CFTI and so on, and top NIRF ranking 100 and so on. Okay, financial support will be given to them. MTech with research admission only. So only third category we are discussing like only for the MTech. So here also two categories are there: regular full-time MTech program or part-time self-sponsored MTech program without fellowship. Okay, so first one is with fellowship, second one is without fellowship. So for with fellowship, there are six you can see here six specializations. First one is geotechnical engineering, second one is structural and earthquake engineering, third one is water resource engineering, fourth one is environmental engineering, fifth one is applied mechanics, or sixth one is transportation engineering. Okay, so these are the specialization areas in which you can apply for the MTech. The degrees are mentioned here, the same as we have discussed earlier. But if you want to read, you can pause the video or take the screenshot, or you can read all these things. Keep in mind while filling up the form, select the specialization in the form. Okay. So minimum eligibility criteria for the admission to the MTech program at IIT Mandi is basically the bachelor degree or in engineering, technology or equivalent with a valid GATE scorecard or master or equivalent degree in engineering or technology. This the GATE scorecard is not required only when the following criteria you are coming in, like the us we have discussed earlier. So I will not go in detail about this again and again. So the same things we have discussed earlier. Financial support to students joining the regular full-time MTech research program may be considered for the HTRA fellowship subjected to the availability of funds based on the institute norms if recommended by the selection committee. Okay. Important guidelines for the application. These are the most important things you should have to keep in mind. And if you are watching this video till the end, I hope you're really interested in applying to the PhD program at IIT Mandi. So, like this video if you are really watching this video and getting information from this video. So, important guidelines for the application. So, please read the instruction given in the browser carefully before filling up the form as we are discussing. Okay. Second one is BE, AM, IE, and other relevant exams are considered as a BTech, and ME, MS are considered as the MTech. Okay. Applications with incomplete data will be rejected. Okay, so fill all the data. Candidates in BTech in branches or specializations other than specified in the drop-down list select the other or specify their branch specialization in the text box provided while filling up the form. Okay, or the grades will be counted on the out of 10 like CGPA or CPI out of 10. The eligibility criteria mentioned in the document is minimum, and the institutes may apply higher criteria for shortlisting. Also, if you are if an employed candidate seeking admission to MTech or the PhD program, they have to give the no objection certificate from the current employer at the time of the interview. So no objection certificate will be required. Mode of interview will be physical or offline mode. Okay, at the campus of IIT Mandi, and the IIT Mandi will not provide any travel allowance or accommodation. Also, 45 minutes is required to reach the IIT Mandi campus from the city. Okay, so Mandi city to command attending the interview or test. Okay, gate syllabus will be considered for the written test if any. Okay, interview will be of the qualifying in the nature, and The applicants are advised to fill the specialization preferences carefully through Summer's application portal. The order of preference may be considered for processing the application as per the shortlisting criteria decided by the institute. So specialization criteria you should have to keep in mind, like fill in the sequence, like in which field you have to apply, and 1, 2, 3, so on. Or candidates can submit the separate application form for multiple specialization or program. Reservation policies as per prevailing institutes rules will be followed, and the decisions of the competent authority in all the matters relating to the eligibility of the candidates written test or interviews and admissions will be final. And all the details furnished by the candidates in the online application will be considered as the treated as the final one. No change shall be allowed. Non-submission of valid or required document will say that your application will be rejected. Only only the following candidates will be considered for part-time program. So first one is these are the things considered for the part-time program, which are institute staff members, research scholars under the QIP or research scholars, under external registration or research scholars working on part-time basis. Second one is individual or employed in R&D environment in scientific institutes including IIT Mandi or industries, and third one is faculty members of all engineering colleges, universities recognized by the appropriate government agencies. Note that for part-time candidates, the required qualification remains the same, okay, as for the regular candidate, except from a requirement of qualifying in one of the national entrance tests. Further, the candidates should have at least 2 years of relevant work experience. And also there is a note that industrial or academic institute sponsored or part-time or self-sponsored MTech research or PhD candidates are not eligible for institute fellowship. Okay, so if you are getting fellowship from the other institute or organization, then you will not get the institute fellowship. Now, the admission procedure. So please note that the admission cycle is of July to December 2026, and the application fee for the admission is 200 rupees for the general EWS, OBC non-criminal, transgender, foreign nationals, and for women, SC, ST, and PWD candidates, 100 rupees is the amount fee. Mode of payment will be online, and one application fee is valid for the single application, and the application fee is non-refundable. This you can contact on this contact number or email ID for admission related queries. The important dates are basically the application will start on 24th April 2026, which is already happened, and the deadline of the online application is 30th May 2026. So apply before 13th May. The announcement of the shortlist candidates will be 25th May 2026, which is tentative, and tentative interview or written test dates are 8th June to 15th June 2026, and the dates and time of the interview will be informed to only shortlisted candidate by the email. So please mention your correct email ID or mobile number in the application form. Note that IIT Mandi reserves the right to recruit or not recruit for any of the advertised areas and apply appropriate criteria for shortlisting the candidates. So with this, I will end this video. I hope you get all the information related to the PhD admission at IIT Mandi. And if you have any other further queries, you can write down in the comment box of this video. Also, you can write us on our email ID phaipedia@gmail.com. Here is our email ID phaipedia phaipedia@gmail.com. And also, if you are new to our YouTube channel and watching this video till the end, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel Phaipedia, or also share this channel with your friends so that he also get benefit from our videos. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.